The ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum, has been found by the High Court to have illegally hacked the mobile phones of those opposing him. That includes the phones of his ex-wife.
Prince Hamdan's mother, Hind bint Al Maktoum, is one of the wives of Sheikh Mohammed who has lived with him the longest. She married the Sheikh at a very young age and had 12 children for him. Now, after years of silence, Prince Hamdan's mother has finally spoken up, and what she revealed has left everyone shocked. What could compel her to break her silence now? And what does it mean for Dubai's most beloved royal? Stay tuned as we are about to reveal all of it. The First Lady of Dubai and the mother of Prince Hamdan, Hind Al Maktoum, is a force to be reckoned with. Before we dive into what she said that shocked everyone, let's take a trip back to how she became the wife of Dubai's ruler, the record-breaking wedding. Inside the $1 million celebration, 1979 was the year of a wedding like no other. It was such a big event that it went down in history as the most expensive and extravagant wedding ever. This lavish wedding took place on the beautiful beaches of Dubai, and it cost an unbelievable $137 million in today's value, which made it earn a Guinness World Record for how extravagant it was. It was more than simply a wedding. It was a historic event, reflecting the grandeur and aspirations of a nation about to become a worldwide symbol of luxury. The bride, Hind bint Maktoum, was just 17 years old when she married Sheikh Mohammed Rashid Al Maktoum, her first cousin, who was 30 years old at the time. The Sheikh was from the famous Al Maktoum dynasty, a family that had governed Dubai for centuries and had greatly helped it to become the opulent city we know today. Given such a distinguished background, it was not surprising that no expense was spared in presenting their union as a masterpiece of extravagance and legacy. To make this story more interesting, Dubai didn't have a place big enough for the 20,000 people who were supposed to attend. Instead of making concessions, the royal family built a perfect venue just for the wedding. It was an architectural feat completed in mere weeks. The celebrations lasted 7 days and combined spectacular contemporary magnificence with Emirati culture. Lavish banquets were prepared to cater to thousands, offering a feast of both local and international cuisines that reflected the renowned hospitality of the region. For the first time ever, the Dubai Police Air Wing put on a public flying show as part of the extravagant event. 5 Mach-E jet fighters soared through the skies above Zabil Palace, executing breathtaking aerobatics. An impressive ending included a single fighter jet flying around the famous Dubai Trade Center building while riders on horses made beautiful formations below. It seemed as though the heavens and earth united to celebrate their union. Perhaps one of the most enchanting moments of the wedding was the bride herself. Hind bint Maktoum was every bit the image of royalty in a bridal dress that defied imagination. Carefully constructed by the best designers of the day, her gown radiated timeless elegance while honoring Emirati customs with opulent materials and delicate needlework. People were amazed at how graceful and poised she was as she took on her role as the First Lady of Dubai and the older wife and consort of the ultimate ruler of Dubai. Even the gifts that were given and received during the parties showcased the event's grandeur. 20 camels, each one decorated with sparkling jewels, walked down the aisle to bring the bride gifts. It was a scene straight out of a fairy tale, each detail meticulously planned to reflect the wealth and tradition of the Al Maktoum family. Interestingly, the royal family made sure that the couple's privacy was respected, even though there was a lot of attention on them. The world was amazed by the event, but the official photos from inside this fancy wedding were never made public. To commemorate the occasion, the entire country came to a halt. A 5-day national holiday was declared, allowing the people of Dubai to join in the celebrations. This wedding showcased the future of the Al Maktoum dynasty. We'll go on to talk about how Hind Al Maktoum and Sheikh Mohammed's future played out, but let's focus a little more on Hind bint. Who really is she, and how has her role in the family shaped the Al Maktoum dynasty? Hind Al Maktoum, Dubai's First Lady, Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum bin Juma. Al Maktoum was born into the famous Al Maktoum family and grew up in a world of immense riches, strong tradition, and cultural pride. Her family tree alone spoke volumes. She was the paternal granddaughter of Sheikh Juma bin Maktoum al Maktoum, the brother of Sheikh Saeed II, the former emir of Dubai and grandfather of the present ruler. She was part of one of the most powerful families in the UAE and a symbol of Dubai's royal history because of her close family links. Hind's mother, Sheikha bint Saeed bin Maktoum al Maktoum, was also very significant as she was the daughter of Sheikh Saeed II. Hind's unique parentage made her the first cousin through her mother and second cousin through her father to her husband, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. She grew up right in the heart of Dubai and was surrounded by a disciplined and elegant setting. She was early exposed to the expectations and obligations of someone from a prominent family. Her upbringing struck a fine mix between contemporary schooling and traditional Emirati beliefs. While many specifics of her early education are kept hidden, it is commonly assumed that she had the best academic and cultural education possible in Dubai at the time. For Hind, these lessons prepared her for the important responsibilities she would eventually play as a wife, mother, and public persona. Despite being a woman at a period when political activity was primarily reserved for men, Hind's background provided her with distinct perspectives on government and leadership. Although she was rarely in the political spotlight, her involvement behind the scenes was equally vital. Hind's life took a new but not an unexpected turn when she became the senior wife and consort of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. She bore 12 of her husband's 30 children during the next 2 decades following their marriage, including Crown Prince Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, the heir apparent. Her position as a mother was tremendous. Year after year, she welcomed fresh life into the family, raising her children with love and dedication. In 1980, she had her first child, Hessa bint Mohammed Al Maktoum. Rashid bin Mohammed Al Maktoum was born the next year. Then came Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, born on November 14, 1982, who would go on to become the Crown Prince of Dubai. One by one, her family grew. Maktoum bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, born November 24, 1983, Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, born February 7, 1987, Saeed bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, born March 20, 1988, and Latifa bint Mohammed Al Maktoum, born March 5, 1989, Sheikha Shamsa bint Mohammed Al Maktoum, born April 15, 1991, and Sheikha Manal bint Mohammed Al Maktoum, born October 8, 1993. Hind's passion for children extended beyond her own offspring. Her reputation as a kind and compassionate mother spread to numerous foster children, including orphans. Interestingly, she also raised children fathered by Sheikh Mohammed and his other wives. These children were handed to Hind, and by all accounts she treated them as her own. Eyewitnesses commended her steadfast compassion and fairness, treating all children, born or adopted, with the same love. Her impact spread well beyond her own family. Hind, known as the Mother of the Nation, made unprecedented efforts to promote motherhood. She played a critical role in providing a loving atmosphere for children, guaranteeing their optimal growth and well-being. Her vision for the UAE's future generations was based on her belief that strong families make powerful nations. She worked tirelessly to advocate for the rights of children, ensuring they had access to the resources and opportunities needed to thrive. Coping with the death of Crown Prince Rashid Sheikha Hind experienced a profound loss upon the death of her second son, Prince Rashid bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, which left a void in her heart beyond words. The emptiness left by his death was enormous for a mother whose life centered on her children. Among Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's several children, Rashid was the golden kid meant to inherit his reign from his father. On September 19, 2015, Rashid unexpectedly passed away at the age of 33, leaving a lasting scar on his mother's heart. According to the UAE state news agency, WAM, Rashid died of a heart attack early that morning. However, Yemeni media painted a different picture, claiming that Rashid had been slain in action by Houthi forces in Yemen's Marib province. Regardless of the cause, the loss was devastating to the Al Maktoum family. Dubai proclaimed a 3-day mourning period, during which all flags in the emirate were flown at half-mast. After Maghrib prayers, funeral services were performed in the Zabil Mosque, and Rashid was buried the same day at Dubai's Hurair Cemetery. For Sheikha Hind, the tragedy was compounded by her deep involvement in her son's upbringing. Rashid was her pride. His education began at the prestigious Rashid School for Boys in Dubai. After that, he went to the UK to attend the famous Sandhurst Military Academy. He was a lively person who loved life and had an entrepreneurial spirit. He was deeply involved in various business ventures, serving as a principal partner or owner in several prominent companies, including Noor Investment Group, Noor Bank, United Holdings Group Dubai, and Zabil Racing International. He wasn't just smart in the boardroom, he loved horse sports deeply and was naturally talented, which made him famous both locally and worldwide. Rashid was a big deal in the world of horse endurance races. Thousands of times he honored the UAE and won awards that made his country proud. In 2006, he won 2 gold medals at the Asian Games in Doha. One was in the 120-kilometer endurance individual event, and the other was as part of the 120-kilometer endurance team mixed event. As the owner of Zabil Racing International, Rashid achieved an unprecedented record of leading the individual owners list 5 times, with more than 428 victories to his name. His stables became a symbol of Dubai's prowess in the world of horse racing. He was also one of the founders of the Dubai Sports and Cultural Club and led it until 2005, when his younger brother Sheikh Mohammed took over as head. Before he stepped down in January 2006, he was head of the UAE Olympic Committee for a short time. Rashid also cared about helping others and was active in Dubai Cares, a group whose goal is to improve the schooling of children around the world. When Rashid passed away, the whole country mourned. Condolence messages flooded in from governments and dignitaries all around the world. Sheikh Khalifa, president of the UAE, offered his sincere condolences to Sheikh Mohammed and the Al Maktoum family, recognizing their tremendous loss. For Sheikha Hind, the grief was indescribable. No title, success, or praise could ever cover the emptiness Rashid left behind. Rashid's younger brother, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, stepped into the role of crown prince following his death. Even though Hamdan's rise to power gave Dubai's future a sense of stability, Rashid's death would always be a part of the family's story. Prince Rashid's death was just one of the many profound trials Hind Al Maktoum had to endure throughout her life. Managing the Sheikh's many marriages and affairs, being the first wife of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, came with its unique challenges for Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum bin Juma Al Maktoum. As the senior wife, Hind had to share her husband with numerous other women. Some of them, perhaps Sheikh Mohammed himself, might struggle to recall. Sheikh Mohammed was a powerful monarch and a man of enormous fortune who didn't limit his emotions to a single partner. Over the years, he officially married several women, each bringing their own stories. Among the most well-known players to enter this story was Sheikha Haya bint Hussein. She carried royal ancestry and academic acuity as the daughter of Jordan's late King Hussein and a University of Oxford graduate. Haya became Sheikh Mohammed's second formal wife when they married in 2004. She actively engaged in the world politics and became well known on the international scene as President of the United Nations General Assembly. The marriage ultimately collapsed. Then there was Sheikha Randa, an Algerian national who became Sheikh Mohammed's third wife. She, too, married him in 2004 and bore him 4 children. Randa shared her husband's passion for equestrian sports and participated in numerous international competitions. Yet they eventually divorced. Perhaps one of the most talked-about wives was Princess Haya bint al-Hussein, the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan and a half-sister to Sheikha Haya. Haya was not only a princess, but also a very active and well-known public person. She was 12 years younger than Hind and absolutely beautiful. Her charm and drive made her stand out. In contrast to Hind, who kept to herself, Haya was often seen at events with Sheikh Mohammed. She gave interviews, participated in humanitarian initiatives, and cultivated an international reputation. The couple shared 2 children during their 15-year marriage. But in a sudden twist in 2019, Princess Haya fled the palace with her 2 children, citing fears for her safety. Her escape became one of the most dramatic episodes in the Sheikh's marital history. There was a very public court case in London where Haya tried to get custody of her 2 kids and eventually won. People talked a lot about the divorce, not only because it was so controversial, but also because the deal was so huge – $730 million. That made it the most expensive divorce ever. This historic financial settlement that cemented Sheikh Mohammed's record-breaking marital expenses. Ironically, the Sheikh had already set another financial record years earlier, having spent an astronomical amount of money on his wedding to Hind. However, the story didn't end with Haya. According to rumors, Zoe Grigorakos was said to be Sheikh Mohammed's 5th wife. Information about Zoe is still kept from the public. Later, there were more rumors of a 6th wife, but there has never been any solid proof. Hind stayed through it all. She watched as her husband's loves and connections changed over time, yet she stayed. She was raised in a profoundly traditional setting and trained to accept everything she encounters with humility and calmness. Her resilience, which has characterized her role as the senior wife of one of the world's most powerful men, is demonstrated by her ability to withstand the storms of her husband's turbulent personal life. Why Sheikha Hind stayed quiet for decades. Within the realm of royalty, certain individuals command attention while others maintain a low profile, allowing their deeds to carry greater weight than their words. Sheikha Hind, bint Maktoum bin Juma al Maktoum,